What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sports Talk with Bros. Listen, it's no secret, Markelle Fultz, that entire situation is one of the weirdest, one of the most strangest things that we have ever experienced as a Sixers fan and as a fan of the NBA. You had the first overall pick in the NBA draft, get hurt, forget how to shoot, have a case of the YIPS, and that's exactly what this is. Now, there are reports out there that his trainer, Drew Hanlon, says he is ahead of pace because of the YIPS. He's saying it's 100% the YIPS. And it's just crazy. Like, this dude, Markelle Fultz, just forgot how to shoot. He just got nervous. The pressure, social media, everything just going at him, attacking him. And it really hurt him. And at this point, he's not playing Summer League because it's a 3-month process to fix your shot with this trainer. Now, this trainer has worked with Joel Embiid. He's worked with other picks before. He says he needs about a 3-month span to fix the hitch in his shot. It's just unbelievable, though, to think that you just forget how to shoot, and it really does concern me. It does. Maybe he just honestly can't handle the pressure. I really hope he comes out and after this summer really has a whole different approach. You look at some of the quotes here in this article, and this is the trainer, Drew, discussing on a podcast the situation with Markelle Fultz. For me, it was, listen, how can I get this #1 kid in last year's draft to keep on rolling? We've been working hard every day, working on rewiring his body and his jump shot to get back to where he was. I thought it was going to take me at least 6 weeks before we had some kind of serviceable jump shot. We already started to shoot with the jump in week 2. It's not perfect yet, but I think by the end of the summer it will be perfect. Even though I do give him trouble on a daily basis and tell him and remind him, I still believe Jason Tatum was the best player in the draft. I don't like that ending. Maybe he's using that to fire him up. And it kind of makes me, like, cringe to say, I thought it was going to take me at least 6 weeks before we had a serviceable jump shot. Like, what? What does that even mean? How do you just forget how to shoot? I mean, he thought pressure was on last year. I'm going to be honest with you. It's pretty damn clear that there's even more pressure on for this upcoming season. It just blows my mind. I've never heard anything like it. And now he's shooting with a jump shot. There's more quotes here. I knew Markelle because of Joel, obviously. I spent a lot of time in Philadelphia working with him. Basically, what I told him is, Markelle, listen, you're going to make me really famous when I fix your shot. It's really crazy. And I was listening to sports radio all day today. That was the big topic of discussion. Do you still have faith in Markelle Fultz? I do. I mean, I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but this is the strangest thing I've ever heard. I mean, you play basketball your whole life. You're playing a competitive level at D1 basketball at Washington. You have a phenomenal jump shot. You get drafted #1, and then you just forget. You just have the yips. And it's crazy. I understand social media can be brutal. I understand that there's a ton of pressure. But when you're out there and you're playing basketball, I feel like you're just in your own environment. You know what I mean? It's like everything goes away and you just play the way that you've always played and it just comes. I just don't even know how to process the fact that this is a thing. We have our #1 overall pick from last year at a training facility to just work on form for 3 months, and that's why he's not playing in the Summer League? Now listen, I do think it's a good idea to stick with one guy. You don't want to work with this guy for a month and a half, go play Summer League, and then it's not the same thing. You want to work with the same form, work with the same guy throughout all the summer. I really hope this is the answer. I have faith that this guy can maybe figure it out. He's discussing how we're taking jump shots at week 2 when it's supposed to be happening at week 6. I get that, but Markelle can look phenomenal, look great throughout this camp that he's in, this training facility that he's in, and then it comes down to, okay, here you go, Markelle, here's your first game, and here's the yips again, because there's so much pressure involved. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing, and I can't believe the Sixers are really in this position. I hate to be so down on the Sixers as of late, but I'm just confused. I'm confused as a Sixers fan on where this is going. You know, I don't want to break off on anything else besides Markelle Fultz in this episode, but it really is concerning to me that this man just forgot how to shoot the basketball, you know? It just doesn't make sense. It's strange. And they're saying now that his shoulder soreness throughout the year wasn't really anything to do with this. It is literally two different situations. But they used that shoulder problem as an excuse for why he wasn't playing, because he just had that big of a case of the yips. It's outstanding. It's so Philadelphia. You know, it is so Philadelphia sports. It hurts. It's crazy. But I do have faith in him that it can turn around. But, you know, it's been 1 year. I get it. There's a lot of pressure. But there's even more pressure on him this year. And this is a huge, 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 huge season for him. Now, obviously, Brett went out there to L.A., talked to him, tried to get him to go to Summer League, discussed it, and I guess they came up with the conclusion that we're going to continue to work on his shot. And they felt like that was a fair assumption. Now, it's not like Brett Brown goes around to all these other people, or it's not like he's just going out to Markelle and doesn't go out to other people. He goes out to Joel. He goes out to Ben. He checks up on his players. So it's not weird that he's just going over there to L.A. to check out Fultz. It's a common practice with Brett Brown and the coaching staff. But, you know, this is where we're at right now with Fultz. He's got a full-on trainer who works with jump shots to fix it because of a case of the yips. Outstanding, huh? Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, comment down below your thoughts on this one, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.